Are we on? Right, quick turnaround tonight. We just finished the XC as far as I can get it until I get the tape. There she is. All sorted out. Look at all that shininess down there. All sorted out. Bit of a battle. Had to drill the frame out to replace the cables. Just waiting for the bar tape. And then that one's good to go. And we've got a rush job that needs to be done for the weekend because they're going away. There's something going on with the head tube. It's wearing in there, which it shouldn't be. It's also very loose as well. So I'm going to see if I can nip that down. Wheels seem okay. There's no bearing play there. Everything's moving there. But the bottom bracket is very, very draggy. So I'm just going to give everything a quick squirt down with some degreaser. I'm going to... I'm not entirely sure what that's doing. I've never ever seen one set up like that before. So we'll have a quick look at that and try and find out what's going off there, because that doesn't look right. That looks like it's eaten itself, possibly. Yeah, that doesn't look right. We'll have a quick scan at that anyway. I'm inclined to leave well enough alone there. Apart from it does look like it's been rubbing on the tyre. Yeah, what is that doing? We'll have a look at that anyway when we get the thing. These are the next gen of Ultegras. It has got a power meter on, though weirdly it's got the older crank arm to that crank arm, so they don't match up. Odd. So we'll... has that got a power meter on as well? No. The power meter's on the other side. I'm in two minds whether to pop the chain off or whether to just run it through the cleaner. I can't see a link anywhere. There we go, it's there. There is a link. I'd rather not pop it off. It looks like it's an Ultegra chain. It does feel very graunchy though. Yeah, I'm going to get that off. I'll chuck it in the thing. I'm going to get the bottom, this off, chuck that in there as well, get all that cleaned up and soaking. And while that's soaking, I'll just crack into the bottom bracket and we'll see what's going off with that. So I'll just pop you in the stand and we'll get the bottom bracket off. Or get everything out of the way. Oh. Fresh collection of bits. Are you paying attention? The chain. I've already checked the chain. I'll spare you that. The chain looks okay. There's no wear on it. It is a dual race chain, so you can tell that because it's got the extra light links. It doesn't feel too bad. It just feels very dry and very yeah. So we'll chuck that in the thing. You can see how well the back wheel spins. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. Disc brakes, so much easier. To wang a bit of cleaner on that to soak in. That looks fairly crusty. I'll chuck some more on there, see if we can clean that up a bit. Find out what's going off in there. We'll give that a quick rat out now. I would do if I could find my brush. Use this one. Use a different one. Probably not going to tell me anything. Yeah. Oh, right. See, I'm wondering whether that is actually supposed to be like that. So you took it in, and that's the clamp, and it comes out the other side. In which case, I'm not entirely sure why it was. I suspect, if anything, it's supposed to go around the back of that. I might have to go and check that one up tonight. I've not seen that cable routing before, and it doesn't look right. The cable shouldn't be spragged around the back of that light. Was it just eating itself? I think it's just eating itself. Unless it is... Oh, it could be the new... Ah, right. So it clamps there. I can see now. Yeah. It clamps there. Not sure how you get your bolt into there. And then that then threads round and through and out the other side and into that, because that's actually loose. And then in theory, I suppose it keeps it off your tyres. Let's have a... Oops. Shouldn't have done that. That's not in the right place. That's definitely not in the right place. Yeah, something not right there. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, that's not... That needs to go that way a bit. Anyway, right, we'll sort that out when we get the chain on. I just want to have a look what this is up to. Aha! Right, it is supposed to be like that. Something like that. Just doesn't feel right though, doing it like that. Yeah, I'm going to have to have a look up this one. I've not seen this particular routing style before. It just seemed very counterintuitive that you would do it like that. But I kind of guess what I kind of see what they're doing, because one of the problems with the old Ultegras was that you couldn't put you couldn't put the chain anywhere where it wouldn't. You couldn't put the cable anywhere where it wouldn't end up rubbing on the tyre at some point, depending on which way round you had your gears. So I kind of get what they were doing with that one, but I'm just not entirely sure that was the right way to go about it. But it seems to be... I suspect that's probably a better one like that. Let's just check that doesn't get in the way of anything. Why am I trying to change gear? Well, that's alright. I guess that's quite clever. Doesn't look quite set up right. It does look like it's slightly off angle. That needs to come round a little bit more, because she did say she was having problems with the brakes, and when it's in its lowest position it is supposed to be down the centre line of that. So we will we'll have a look at that. If that we'll do it now, because there's one thing I do know. It's Shimano brakes, Shimano gears. Could you make this any more awkward? Come on. Alright, so that's parallel now, which is what I was after. Come on, let it out. Do you know what? That's moving okay. And I've put some rubbish on it. So I think all it was the chain wanted cleaning. And this needs adjusting. No, that's fine. Right, well in that case, we'll do it the cheats way. I've got an old scabby one. Yes. I suspect it's got winter oil on it, so sometimes the best thing to do is use something like WD-40 to clean them off. I can't see the point in taking off to put it through the parts washer if I haven't got to do anything with the bottom bracket, so we'll stick the chain in the parts washer. In fact, we'll do that now. Can you see what we're up to? Give that a good going over in there in a minute, and then in the meantime I'll carry on cleaning this up. You turn around now. Right, so one thing I've still got to do to this, I've got to adjust this out. So I've got to work out where the adjusters are, because I've not seen one of these before. How to make something that used to be really complicated, really simple, really complicated. Equal bitty one. Right, so what we're looking at is just getting this so it's aligned with the outer edge. Right, that's probably about right. So we're going to have to adjust that back in now. I am guessing that that is the right one. Yep. So I'm just taking the slack out of the cable. That's about maximum adjustment there. Right. Sorry, forgot to turn you back on. I've just rinsed off the chain. I'm going to try and get it back on, then put it through the chain cleaner as well. This back jockey wheel here was pretty scabby, so we've cleaned that off. This one looks like it's even worse, to be honest. Oh yeah. I get a feeling screwdriver's going. Yeah, when it's coming off in chunks, it's not good. And it's starting to clear. Right. Right, they look okay. Stick the chain back on. I'll just get it a quick rinse off and wipe down before we chuck it in. I have checked the dual race from what I did the other day. Pretty sure they don't have an up and a down. There's no markings on it, so generally as a rule, if there's no markings on it, it just goes anyway. I seem to spend all my time feeding chains through jockey wheels at the moment. Just check I've got that right. And just check that's lined up. Looks about right. Split pin. 1, 2. Right. I always struggle with these in the workshop. Never seem to struggle when I'm out on the trail for some reason. Right, that's half together. The Shimano ones do seem to clip together, but I just know that the SRI ones just seem to be a better one. Oh, that still sounds crusty. Sorry, forgot to turn you on back then. So I've just made a little adjustment. It was just catching on the edge of the tooth, so I've moved the derailleur across on the cable. I'm just checking it's still going down all the gears now. Yep, that's fine. Oh, I do like Shimano. It's just so much easier. All this double tap system, just absolute garbage. You know where you are. You've got one lever that goes one way, you've got another lever that goes the other way. going okay. Oh, yeah, the jam then. Oh, well, there we go. That's working nicely. One thing I will do is I'll just lock this one down a little bit further. I call that a win. Just pause you while I get set up for the chain cleaner. The cleaner that's in here is pretty scabby, so we'll see how we go. I might have to swap it out. Could do with a new one of these if anybody fancies sponsoring me. Or wants to send me one. This one's out together with bits of glue. The other one's got no handle on it. No, don't think that's doing absolutely bugger all. No. Where's the gunk? To get it a splash. I was end up chucking it all over the floor anyway. Could have refilled it through there actually, to be fair. In fact, the muck off one that I used to use until I broke the handle, I did it right the first time, came with a bottle that you just put in the top to keep it topped up. There we go. See what I mean about the handles? This one's on a wing and a prayer. Right. I've got a feeling that's not sat right. Try again. And same on the other side. Come on, Toller, get a grip. One of them used to have a little thing that hooked around the back of there, so you didn't even have to hold on to it. I broke that one as well. What am I doing? No really scabby cloth gone. Oh, looks like we're using this one now. Just want to give these jockey wheels one more last go over. Get any last bits of grease off them. Come on, bike, stop running away from me. Right. Let's give it some wipe over. And that's as good as that's going to get. Right. Time for some lube. There we go. Problem solved. Just very, very, very cruddy. Clean your flipping chains. That's all you need. Don't buy anything expensive. This is what I use. So this is engine cleaner. It's non-solvent based, so it's safe on bikes. I use it for everything, pretty much. It goes in a spray bottle undiluted. The parts washer's got something different in. That's got a big industrial version of it, but it's similar stuff. It's citrus based. And then oil-wise, don't use this stuff because that was a winter grease, and I used it once and I binned the rest of it. It's supposed to be some green-friendly stuff. What you want is just light oil. So that is a 10 bob for as much as you can carry. It's actually the oil for putting in air guns. Like a nailer or a ratchet gun, you put a drop of this down the airline. So if you've got an air system for your tools, you have an inline oiler. That's the oil that goes in it. It's just a very light 3-in-1 oil. So that's all you need. And you know what? If you're struggling, just a bit of WD-40 on it, and that'll actually dissolve a load of rubbish before you put the oil on. But if you've been out and it's rainy and it's mucky and it's cruddy, the best thing you can do is just clean your flipping chain. You've seen how long it's taken me. I just put one of them machines on, and off you go. And now it's running fine now. That's smooth as anything. Sounds a million times better. Right, so all we've got to do now is just have a quick look at this headset, which I need it on the floor to do that. So I will let you move for this. I'll move you over here. And I will straddle Helen's bike. Yeah, you can feel it. As I was bringing it down the stairs, you could feel it clunking around. So we need one of these, torque wrench, set to 5 newtons, because I don't know, and if you don't know, do 5, unless it actually says. "55 Newton meters. I don't think so. 55 Newton meters. I suspect that's 5.5 Newton meters because I would normally go 6. 48 foot-pounds. So we'll find out in a minute. Why are you looking Katie cornered? Stand up straight. Right, so we're just going to slacken the bolts off. It is in line, so we're just going to make sure we keep it in line. I'm just going to snug it up. And what I might do as well is just put a bit of silicone spray on there because it does look like it's rubbing on the frame. Right, they are slack now. So the only thing I've got to be careful of is when I tighten this up, I don't let the wheel move. Right, that's it, the play's gone. Simple as that. All it wanted was about 1/8 of a turn. So all we're going to do now is just do this back up. Drop it back down to 5 point. So that's 6, so turn it down half. So that's to there. wonder how long it's going to go for then. It should go forever. There we go. Click. Check again on the top. You see we've got a little bit of a turn. Right, just check that's not moved. That's it, that's good. Rattle gone. As I say, I'll just put a little bit of silicone spray in there because it does look like it's rubbing. It's rubbing. Don't move. Where's the silicone spray gone? Oh. It have run out of silicone spray. Go on the side. Not over there. Not up there. Oh, what's this? Silicone. Oh. Tell you what, we'll put some PTFE on instead then. Just seems to be a little bit sticky and bindy. That sounds a bit better already. Teflon spray would have done it as well, because that is Teflon spray. I've just put on it, so it's PTFE, so it's a dry spray. There we go. Job's a good one. You can have that one back. Stood right in your way there. Let me put this somewhere where it's not going to. In fact, let's hang it back up because that's the safest place for it. Right, thank you for joining me for some more spannering. Remember, please hit like and subscribe. I will get round to doing my own mountain bike, and at some point, hopefully, the Holsworth will make an appearance and go back on the out on the road again. Now finish me my exams. So as I said, like and subscribe. I have got another channel on. I'm starting to build up a channel for my triathlon practice as well. So if anybody wants coaching, I am now a level 3 high performing coach. So if you want a level 3 high performing coach to coach you, just give me a bell. Cover most things, Ironman down to super sprints, annual training plans, or just short-term training plans, whatever you want. Anyway, enough about that, advertising the other channel. Hit like and subscribe on this one. Hopefully we'll get some motors to do soon. The lawnmowers are probably due for a service, and I've got a whole load of filters and stuff that need doing on them. I've got a generator in here as well that needs a service somewhere, and it was a bit of a pig to start it last time, so I suspect the carburetor needs cleaning out. So we will get some more engine stuff done, and now I've got a bit more time. If I see anything on Facebook Marketplace, I'll pick it up and then we'll have a tear down. If anybody's got any old motors, scooters or anything like that you want me to have a crack at, or you want recommissioning, just give me a shout. As I said, drop a comment in the comments box down there, and I'll get back to you. Enough waffle. It's pitch black. I've had a long day at work because I had to rush this one out. Good night.